Attorney Jonathan Elson, reminding you that if you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important to have somebody on your side. When you need a lawyer,
then you need Nelson.
After President Joe Biden had claimed that Israel was willing to halt the war on the condition of a hostage exchange deal, both Israel and Hamas played down those chances. Joe Biden also stated that he was hoping that by next Monday we would have a ceasefire agreement. According to Israel, Biden's comments came as a surprise to them and were not made in coordination with the country's leadership. An official of Hamas has also stated that the group doesn't plan on softening its demands that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has called delusional. According to an anonymous Israeli official, Israel wants a deal to be made immediately with Hamas, but claims that Hamas continuously pushes forth excessive demands. Additionally, the officials also stated that Israel is insisting that female soldiers that are hostages be among the first group released in any truce deal. Hamas official Ahmed Abd al-Hadi stated that any optimism on the deal was premature. He went on to state that the resistance is not interested in giving up any of its demands, and what is proposed does not meet what it had requested. Meanwhile, an active duty member of the U.S. Air Force died after he protested outside the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C. by setting himself on fire. According to reports, the Air Force member, who was identified as 25-year-old Aaron Bushnell, was declaring, "I will no longer be complicit in genocide," as he was on fire. Reports stated that Bushnell approached the embassy just before 1 p.m. on February 25th. He had began live streaming on video streaming platform Twitch. Law enforcement officials believe that he had set the phone down before dousing himself in accelerant and igniting himself. The video was later removed from the platform, but officers have obtained and reviewed a copy of the footage. On February 26th, the Air Force stated that Bushnell had succumbed to his injuries and passed away. Bushnell was a cyber defense operations specialist who served in the 531st Intelligence Support Squadron at Joint Base San Antonio and served since May of 2020. Colonel Selena Noyes, who is a commander from the 70th Intelligence, Surveillance, and Reconnaissance Wing, spoke on the matter, stating that, "When a tragedy like this occurs, every member of the Air Force feels it. We extend our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of Senior Airman Bushnell." However, Bushnell wasn't the only one to protest the Israel-Hamas war. While Bushnell protested against Israel, families of the hostages being held in Gaza, as well as their supporters, were protesting against Hamas, demanding that their loved ones be set free from captivity. The families and supporters of said families began a march today on February 28th that is to last 4 days, starting in southern Israel and ending in Jerusalem. The march comes as negotiations are currently underway in mediating nation Qatar, as they try to bring a deal forth between Israel and Hamas that would lead to a ceasefire. The suffering of the hostages being held in Hamas has shaken Israeli citizens who believe that those hostages' plight is a symbol of Israel's failure to protect its citizens from Hamas's assault on October 7th of 2023.